So the Department of Labor is now conducting unannounced visits to H-1B work sites, your home office, your company office, anywhere you work. They are checking your job title, your salary, your actual work location, and there is a new $100,000 fee that employers must pay for new H-1B petitions. If you are on H-1B right now, or if your visa renewal is coming up, this affects your job security. But you are not powerless here. You need to know exactly what is happening and what you can do before any visit occurs. Let me explain what is going on. On September 19th, 2025, the Department of Labor launched something called Project Firewall. This is not just a name we made up. This is an official enforcement initiative announced by the Labor Department. Here is what it actually means for you. Officers from the Wage and Hour Division can now show up at your workplace without warning. They can visit your company office. They can visit your home if you work remotely. They are checking specific things. Is your actual job title the same as what is listed on your H-1B petition? Is your work location the same as what your labor condition application says? Are you being paid the wage that was promised on your LCA? Are you working for the manager who is listed on your documents? And if you work remotely, this is especially important. Let me give you a real example. Imagine you are a software engineer. Your H-1B petition says you work in San Francisco, but 6 months ago, your company let you move to Austin to be closer to family. Your company never filed an amendment with USCIS. If an officer shows up at your home in Austin, or if they check company records and see your address does not match your petition, that is a problem. A serious problem. So why is this happening now? The current administration is under political pressure to show they are protecting American jobs. There have been concerns, real concerns, about some employers misusing the H-1B program, underpaying workers, hiring H-1B employees instead of qualified Americans, not following the rules on wages and job locations. Project Firewall is the government's answer to that. Now, about that $100,000 fee, on the same day that Project Firewall was announced, President Trump signed a proclamation requiring employers to pay $100,000 for each new H-1B petition filed for workers outside the United States. This is not a proposed fee. This is in effect right now. Before this, employers paid between $2,000 and $5,000 per petition. Now it is $100,000. Think about what this means. Employers are now extremely careful about who they sponsor. They are thinking twice about renewals. They are worried about any compliance issue that could trigger an investigation, because if they get flagged under Project Firewall, they could face fines, back wage payments, and even a ban from filing future H-1B petitions. And that makes you, the H-1B worker, more vulnerable. Let me show you how small mistakes become big problems. Example 1. A data analyst on H-1B, remote worker. Her petition listed her work address as the company headquarters in Chicago. During the pandemic, she moved to North Carolina. Company said it was fine. They never updated anything with USCIS. A wage and hour investigator shows up at the company during a compliance check, asks to see records for all H-1B workers, notices her address does not match. Now the company is being investigated. She might need to file an amended petition. Her extension could be delayed, all because of one address mismatch. Example 2. A business analyst on H-1B. He was hired to do financial reporting. Over 2 years, his role slowly changed. Now he spends 80% of his time managing people and doing strategy work. His job title and duties on his H-1B petition still say business analyst doing data analysis. An officer does a site visit, talks to his manager, asks what he does every day. The manager describes his current role. It does not match the petition. That is called a material change. That should have triggered an amended petition. Now there is a compliance issue. These are not extreme situations. These are normal things that happen in real companies with real workers. Listen, I want to help you figure out if you are at risk. Comment below with your job title and whether you work remotely or from an office. I will tell you what risk area applies to you and what you should check. So what actually happens during one of these site visits? Officers will ask to see documents, your labor condition application, your pay stubs, your employment agreement. They will talk to your manager. They will ask your manager to describe your role, your daily tasks, where you work. They will compare what your manager says to what is written on your H-1B petition. The visit can take anywhere from 1 hour to several hours. What makes officers suspicious? Big differences between your listed wage and what you actually get paid. remote work that was never disclosed or approved on your LCA, job duties that do not match the occupation code on your petition, gaps in your employment that were not properly documented. And here's the thing. Even if you, the worker, did everything right, if your employer made mistakes or cut corners, you are the one who suffers. Your visa status is tied to that petition. Here is what you need to do right now. First, pull up your H-1B approval notice. Check the work location listed on your labor condition application. Does it match where you actually work today? If not, talk to your HR team. You may need an amended petition. Second, look at your job title and the job description on your petition. Is that what you actually do every day? If your role has changed significantly, you need to flag this. Third, if you work remotely, make absolutely sure your employer filed the correct LCA for your location. Remote work is legal on H-1B, but it must be documented correctly. Your employer needs to have filed an LCA for the geographic area where you actually work. Fourth, make sure your direct manager knows your exact role and work location. If an officer shows up and asks your manager questions, your manager's answers need to match your H-1B documents exactly. Fifth, if an officer does show up, stay calm, be polite, answer questions honestly. Do not volunteer extra information. You have the right to have your employer's attorney present. Do not panic, do not lie, just be factual. Pause. These are practical steps. You can do these this week. Send this video to one H-1B friend who works remotely right now. They need to know this. If you want real immigration updates that protect your job and your future, subscribe to this channel. I only post when something actually changes. No filler, no guessing, just facts. And here is my question for you. Do you think surprise site visits protect the system, or do they create fear for honest workers who are just trying to do their jobs? Comment below. Let me know what you think.